So, welcome to the Shadow Formula 5000 car, I believe from 1976, that's what I've been told. Now, this thing was a race winner, didn't quite win the championship, but it is an absolute work of art. I'm lucky enough to just had my first run around the Adelaide circuit here. Now, we're only running about a quarter to a half of what the Adelaide circuit is, what you guys may know it as, the street circuit for V8 Supercar Championship, and also Formula 1, obviously in the early 90s, the 80s, all that sort of stuff. And it's really cool to come onto the street and just do a little run. You know, it's awesome. You'll see from the onboard in a second just how good it is and how narrow it is as well. I mean, there's some real tight corners coming on and off of the main road there. But overall, it's a real experience. So I'm going to show you around the car now, see what you think, and then you can watch a lap. I think you can all agree this thing is a monster. So we've got a Dodge 5 litre, obviously Formula 5000, and they're putting out roughly 500 horsepower. This thing is an absolute weapon. It's so well maintained. Era Motorsport have done a fantastic job in re-prepping this car after the Goodwood when they came over. And the owner, Jim Bartell, is here with his wife, and we've also got Trevor, the designer of the Shadow Can-Am cars. I don't believe he was the designer of this Formula 5000 car, but it is, it's a work of art. Anyway, we'll have a little look. So, excuse the tape there from the shoulder pad, it's just come undone, but fairly tight cockpit bay. You've got all the dials here, all the dials you need to know. You've just got the rev gauge there, fuel pressure, oil pressure, water temperature. It's all there. We've got a 5-speed dogleg gearbox there. So dogleg means that first gear is all the way over to the left and back, and that's first, and then second, third, fourth, fifth is to make the rest of the gears a little bit nicer when you're driving. Batteries in between your legs, and then just the conventional 3 pedals down the bottom behind the steering wheel. There we go. You can see the 3 pedals down there, but it's quite nicely packed. The cockpit actually isn't that tight. It's not a bad one to be in. Nice little seat. You've got a nice headrest. And now come on, who doesn't love a tall airbox? That is just the sexiest thing I've ever seen. Much like the Ferraris that Niki Lauda raced back in the 70s. Then we've got these absolutely massive rear tyres. These things are monsters. We've got some inboard brakes, so the rear brakes are inboard, which means they're not in the hub. They're actually on the drive shaft on the inside, which is pretty cool. You've got the MSD control unit for the ignition, mechanical fuel pump, of course, and all the good stuff really. The radiators are in the side of the car here, and we also have a water radiator in the front of the car. But I must admit, this thing is one of the most beautiful liveries. You know, it really stands out, work of art. And so there you go, that is the Shadow Formula 5000 car. Let's take a look at a lap. there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. The lap is, yeah, I mean, I'm taking it relatively easy. It's my first time driving a Formula 5000 car. Actually, I've never driven one before. So this is my racing car number 112 that I've driven now. So really nice car. Real joy to drive. Very similar to the sort of 1970s Formula 1 cars. They were basically as quick as each other back in the day. So that sort of makes sense, really. Flat bottom car. Conventional Coney suspension. It's all very, very similar stuff. So yeah, but anyway, thanks for watching the Formula 5000 car, and yeah, have a check out the rest of the videos from the Adelaide Festival. All the best.